Welcome everybody to the third episode of the 20Nothings podcast. I'm joined with my friends. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
And today, what are we talking about? We're talking about our stories, how we all met each other, right?
I'm doing some reminiscing.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing some
old school
some talking about us, so you know who we are a little more, and we're not just voices.
Yeah, we probably should have done this our first episode, but you know what?
We're people.
Yeah, it's all good.
I mean, we are just voices, but
Truly.
Who wants to start off first?
I mean,
I feel like the person that has the most experience should go first.
about what?
Yeah.
it would most likely be Halen because I was in California from like up until the beginning of middle school, and these guys have been here for a while.
Oh,
So.
yeah. Well, I've lived here the longest, so I guess that does give me the most experience.
Yeah, I was also a Cali boy.
Yeah. Yeah, my family moved from Montana to Washington to here, and I was the last one born here, and we just never left. So I guess that works for most experience. Like through elementary school and stuff, I never met you guys until middle school. But elementary school, I had a really tight, close group of friends. But once we went to middle school, you know, we kind of went apart because I went towards the more nerdy side. I was in gifted and talented classes. You know, I had really high test scores, so I was in all these different classes than my friends. What?
You're smarter than all of us.
Yeah, that's what the test scores tell me. But no, but as we started to branch out, because in that class was where I actually met Danny, and we became friends in there pretty much because we knew of each other from elementary school.
Right.
The first day, I was like, oh, okay, there's a person I know. I was like, oh yeah, I went to school with him. I'll go sit with him too. So from there, that's, you know, I don't remember a specific moment where we became friends. I just remember that we always worked on projects together in that class.
Yeah, we had our third, who was always in our groups in that class, and he was from elementary as well. But
yeah, up until other years, 6th grade though.
We didn't really talk until that class before.
I'd say it was 8th grade where we really became good friends, because in 8th grade we had 7 periods for classes total, and Danny and I had 6 classes together. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
The only reason we didn't have our entire schedule together was because he had a different science teacher.
Yeah, it was the same period, but just different teachers, and we were literally a wall apart from each other. There's classroom here, wall, classroom, and we were in those rooms.
So you guys knew of each other in elementary school, or you guys were friends in elementary school?
No, we never hung out in elementary school.
No,
it was up until middle school, and then that's when I strolled in.
Yeah, because
just for the 6th grade though.
Yeah, because we had our middle school split up because the new middle school opened up.
And I was really close, and I just decided, hey, I want to go to a different middle
Goddamn
school.
I almost went to your school, actually. I remember a lot of people were going to transfer just because the new management at the school I was supposed to go to was bad. Because there were so many changes. We were known as the ghetto school, and because we had low test scores and stuff like that. Yeah. So we didn't even have a normal advisory class. It was, instead of a homeroom, it was called instructional support.
IP.
Yeah,
really?
IP or ISP, something like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was at the end of the day, and it was pretty much you go into this class, and the teacher, you were put into different subjects. If you need help with English, you had an English teacher.
It's kind of like a homeroom, right?
Yeah, it was kind of like homeroom, but they didn't treat it like homeroom.
We didn't do anything in
it was stupid. It was essentially the same thing. Yeah, me and Danny got switched into the same class, maybe 3 months into the year.
Yeah, we did.
They changed
all
that.
they did was tell us to do homework and basically just sit around, and then they put up slides on the on a PowerPoint.
Yeah,
on the board. But the only thing I can remember from that class is some girl making fun of my shoes.
Damn!
That's the only thing I can remember from
traumatized them.
Yeah, because I was wearing these purple Nikes, and she's like, "Those shoes suck."
Dude, purple Nikes are sick.
You look like a clown.
No, they were these purple high tops. I thought they were so cool.
They probably were cool.
Yeah, they probably were cool.
That
She just
probably
didn't
has
have style.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say.
I stole it from
Yeah,
you.
I remember read newspapers like 2 days out of the week in that class, and then it was like Tuesday and Thursday we'd read newspapers. Monday and Friday we would do homework, and then Wednesday we'd go play dodgeball. or go do something outside.
You're right.
Yeah, because we always met up with the PE teachers
You're
class.
right.
Yeah, it was so dumb.
Man, I missed out on hanging out with you guys. My group of friends over in the other school, friggin' one of them was a big mass pervert.
Oh boy,
it was insanely bad.
Most kids in middle school though.
Dude, you don't even know.
No,
I had to deal with so much BS in my 8th grade year, and it was mostly second semester. Our lunches were separated by grade, and after we would have 2 classes, and every day at lunch, these people were my friends, by the way. I would go outside because we always had like a group of people that we would play basketball together, and we would just play basketball and stuff. But these 2 friends, they would always sneak apples out to like the playground area, and they would throw them at me, like straight into my bag.
That's like they would bar or whatever.
Yeah, because we had a salad bar, and they would just go grab a bunch of apples before they would leave, and roll them.
They would make it a point to save their apples and then take them from other kids who didn't want them.
Yeah,
and then go back and
they
grab
had
more
buckets of apples to throw at me, and I didn't do anything.
No,
That's
so then
up,
when we got outside, they would chase Halen around the blacktop and out into the field, like really far.
Yeah,
Just
and like
chucking
at that
them.
time too, I was pretty poor, so I didn't have a lot of clothes. So I had one jacket that like my mom would only do my laundry like once a week because like, oh, you have enough clothes, But I have this one brown jacket, and every day after lunch, I smelled like a damn apple pie.
Yeah, Halen came into English class and he sat in front of me. He just smelled like apples the entire time.
It was disgusting. I'm sure Luis remembers that because he was in that class
Like,
too.
it was sad. I would just sit behind him and there were these apple stains on his sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever did smell.
Like, that's how hard they hit him
You
with
might
them.
not have, but you at least like kind of remember that because you were one of the kids we would play basketball with.
Yeah.
Because you were on the basketball team.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's when I had some skill.
Some skill. You could probably still beat all of us in 1-on-1.
Do you guys remember when we would get together and play basketball?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun until
fun.
people started throwing apples at me.
Yeah.
Stop it, guys.
Thank God that stopped come high school.
Yeah,
it was short-lived, you're right.
It was very
short-lived.
But because high schools had better security,
That's
and
true.
I could stay in the lunchroom the entire time if I wanted to.
It's not like someone was going to run into the library and pelt you with apples. And
Dude, if they did, that would have been
Run
so
out.
funny.
that would have been funny.
Yeah.
funny.
I never joined, but I was just this bystander, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever, but looking back at it.
Yeah, I
it's
just
so
remembered
mean.
our freshman year, during our lunches, I would go to the library, and that's where I re-met Jeremy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I just remembered that. Holy
Yeah,
crap!
that's how I got reintroduced back into you guys. Like I had a different group of friends, and then for some reason either it was just I met you guys in the library or I had a couple classes with you, but I don't remember having any like class with you, at least with Halen, up until senior year.
Yeah.
But no, I remember going to the library, hanging out with you guys, and freaking making jokes.
Yeah,
I don't know if we played quarters.
We did play quarters.
That's how it started. But then like you and me went to go play cards with like some random kid. I don't even remember his name. It was just somebody random. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
It was like these 2 guys, and you, me, and
Wait, what kind of cards?
huh? Like not like poker, like
wait,
not like, I don't remember the
gambling.
games we would play. We would play certain games. I don't remember. They were good. They were real card games. It wasn't like Go Fish or War or something like that.
Those are real cards.
Was it those?
Well, they are.
I thought it was
Not
War.
ones for
I thought we
kids.
played War
Did we play
somewhere.
War? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I just
But
know
it
we
wasn't
would play
poker.
cards because I didn't want to go play quarters anymore.
Yeah.
Because one time somebody played it and like flicked the quarter into my knuckle, and I had dry skin because it was winter.
Ow.
And I didn't realize it. It was like the first one too, and he like pulls it back and just goes whoosh, and my knuckle busted open. And I still had another class to go to after this.
So you're just sitting there gushing in the classroom?
Exactly. Like, I'm not going to go to the nurse and tell him what I'm doing. So I just went and grabbed a bunch of napkins, stuffed them up in my pocket, went to history class, and just was holding my hand the entire time under my desk.
It's like, what
My
do you
teacher,
do?
I think I sat like in the desk right next to my teacher, so the teacher could see me just doing this the entire class. And he never asked me what was wrong. I'm just sitting there with my hands under my desk, like moving back and forth because one, I was mad. I was mad that I was bleeding, and then two, I was trying to hide it as well as I could, and I couldn't write because it was on my right hand, and I'm right-handed, so I couldn't write down any notes for the class. So I think I asked somebody to take the notes for me and then take pictures and send them to me. So stupid.
No. I do remember the one class we did have was government. I remember there's only one story I remember in there, and that was like toward the end of the year. They had like this Battle of the Sexes thing where they had like. Do you remember that card game or that game where they're like,
well, because
we're gonna ask the girls a guy subject and the guys a girl subject, and I got like the first two right or something, or I got the first one, which was whose name goes on top of the wedding invitation. I said it was the parents, and everybody was like, "Dude, really? Like you knew that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I watch TV."
I'm sorry, I'm a culture person. Okay,
guys, I'm married. I'm 17 and I'm married.
Same with that. I had that same thing too in that government class, and there was one question where it's like, what was it? It was like, if a woman is giving birth, like what side does the head come, or like how does the baby come out? And I was like, it's the head.
That's simple.
And but the girls on the other side of the classroom were like, no, it's not the head first, blah blah blah. And I'm like,
if it's the feet, the feet can get caught, come out. Yeah,
that's what I said. I was like, no, it's the head.
The baby
comes
naturally turns, so the head comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised they didn't know that.
Yeah, I was like, you're going to be giving birth. How do you not know this?
A lot of the girls that we went to high school with,
the smartest.
They weren't. We had some smart ones, but in those classes, they obviously were not.
Well, we had 2 girlfriends.
You only had 2 girlfriends? Yeah, I didn't have any girlfriends.
Good.
No. Luckily, the only serious girlfriend I had, I dated out of, like, she went to a different school. So I didn't have to deal with that.
You guys just don't know her.
Yeah. Well, Danny knew her.
I knew her.
Because...
I knew her a little.
Did I talk about that last episode? With our date?
Yes.
Yeah,
about the movie date that I
okay,
sabotaged.
Yeah, so that's the same girl. Like 2 weeks after that happened and we were officially dating, we're in English class, and Danny and a couple of our other friends in that class were making bets on how long my relationship would last.
Who won the bet, though?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't think we took it that seriously.
We didn't, but because I broke up with her after almost a year, and somebody did say that it wouldn't last a full year.
Yeah.
He said it would almost, but it wouldn't.
You would have won.
And then, but he... I couldn't beat it, but he said that he would owe me a pizza or something like that. So he took everybody out to go to pizza, but I decided not to go because it was a stupid reason, and also he wasn't the best friend that I had. Because obviously he's like, "Congrats, you broke up with a girl when I said you would. Let's go get some Pizza Hut." It's like, you go there when you win baseball games. You don't go there when you break up with someone.
I mean, if you want,
I don't know why we thought that was a good idea.
Here's your celebratory sad pizza.
Yeah, just because he said he would buy me a pizza if I broke up with her within a year.
Looking back at it, he was probably just jealous.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I don't remember him dating anybody in school. If he did, or if he wanted to date somebody, he would get mad that one of us started talking to him, right?
He did get mad at me for talking to someone he liked.
That's so dumb.
Yeah. But, dude, that kind of, I was going to say segues into a little bit, but I was going to go back into prom.
Prom sucked.
Yeah,
it
prom
did suck.
bad.
Other than us being one of the only ones with a limo.
You know how hard I looked for that limo?
I know.
How much was that limo?
Yeah.
I called every result on the first page of Google, that came up on Google, and they were all booked because we ordered it really late because we didn't prepare.
Yeah.
We were just like, oh yeah, we'll get to it. Then eventually we found someone who was like, oh yeah, we can definitely do that. And
It wasn't that weird spiky-haired guy that had the ads on TV.
I don't even remember that. But I think we ended up paying $60 each, right?
I remember paying a lot
Damn.
for my prom date that I didn't even get to dance with.
Then we were like, you know what? Let's be high rollers. Let's take them somewhere nice to eat.
Oh yeah, that's
And we
true.
took them to this pretty nice, expensive restaurant. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It was like, what, $20-$30 a plate?
Jeez.
Too much for high schoolers.
Too much for high schoolers.
Like, we had no reason to go there for prom.
Yeah, you guys were mad stunting. My group, we went to Applebee's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for
I went
senior
to-
prom, we went to Applebee's.
I
And,
went to Cafe Olay.
Oh,
see, that's a little bit better.
Yeah. Well,
I
the
was
one that we
just like,
went
let's
to,
go
it
to
was like
Applebee's.
near the mall, and it had that big old fountain in the middle.
Oh, okay. So
I was
you at
like-
least had something nice to look
Yeah.
at.
I was
we,
like, hell yeah.
we literally went from Applebee's to prom, and we were like the first people there.
there was a Home Depot across
Then
from
again,
ours.
though, we were
No, it was Lowe's.
Oh,
we were-
it was Lowe's and
It's Lowe's.
Walmart.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
Lowe's.
like being the first people at prom was kind of awkward, but at the same time, we were all part of student body, so we
So you had to
we
be there.
knew where the location was because we had to go scope it out to see if we wanted to do prom there. And then, so like we were first there and we were just walking around and we talked to our student body leader, like our teacher guy, whatever you would call him.
Chaperone?
He wasn't a chaperone. We're not like a herd of cattle. We're just leadership kids.
You're all sheep.
No, we just went and
Oh,
talked to
shit.
we went and talked to him until everybody started showing up, and the venue was really nice. I really
Yeah,
liked where
cool.
we were at.
It was
but
pretty nice.
I think all of us just made weird choices and dates.
Oh,
that night.
yeah.
I think I probably would have picked a different
I
date.
wasn't going
didn't
to
know
go.
She wasn't going to dance.
But the person who set me up with her like forced me to go with her because
Oh.
he asked her if she wanted to go with me, and then was like, "Oh yeah, she's really looking forward to going with you," and it was
Aw.
basically like set up without me
Ouch.
knowing about it.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I had said I didn't want to go, and I wasn't planning on it because I didn't care for dances.
Yeah, the
And-
girl I asked, I did really like, and we were really good friends too. But after like at prom, I still don't understand like what really happened. But she just wouldn't dance with me. She like left and went and hung out with other people. She was a sophomore at the time, and I don't put any blame on her for
Scandalous.
anything. I asked her because I knew she wanted to go too. Because being an underclassman, you could only go if an upperclassman asks you. So I took her and like I had fun for what it was, but it was like it's my senior prom. I want to hang out with my date.
What were you expecting?
Like, well, I wasn't expecting something to come out of it. Like, I just wanted to have a fun night with my friends. No, every time I went to a dance in high school, every time I went by myself, I had way more fun than I did with a date.
I only went to homecoming and prom, so
No, yeah, I remember going to a dance with you because you had to do something.
Yeah, it was a Sadie Hawkins.
Yeah, and I just
Oh.
went.
You
and
guys
that was
went to
fun.
that?
Sadie
It was
Hawkins
fun.
Sadie Hawkins that year was fun. I think that was our junior year?
Did someone ask you guys to Sadie Hawkins?
I did get asked my senior year,
Really?
but I ended up flaking.
That reminds
Yeah,
me. I got
'cause
asked too.
Because we were supposed to be in the same group.
You and I?
Yeah, because
Oh.
a separate pair of friends asked me and Danny, and then Danny flat out said no.
Yeah, I was really mean.
I felt bad. Well, I didn't feel bad. I said yes, but then like as the time came up, I was just like, you know,
You just
what?
couldn't be honest, so you just let it roll
yeah.
out, and you're like,
It was
nah.
it really was sad because I felt really bad, but it was because we worked together and we were really good friends at work, and we had a couple classes in high school. I've known her since elementary school, and I still feel really bad because I should have just
I feel
gone
bad.
and had fun, but I kind of felt like she thought of it as one thing and I thought of it as another.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, like she wanted one thing and I wasn't interested, which is really sad because we're still pretty good friends. Which at least that happened. You know, I feel like if we did go and then she tried to like make something happen and I
Give you a smooch?
said no, yeah, I think it really could have stopped our friendship. So
I just didn't want to go. I was mean.
Sadie Hawkins, like it's such a weird dance concept, but it was always the most fun one of
Why
the
is
year.
it weird? It's just a dance.
Well,
Is that-
yeah, but
Is
it's
that the
like,
one where the girl asked the guy? Or
the girl has the guy. I think that's a cool thing, but it's a super casual dance. It's like you don't have to dress formal or
It's like a
anything
low
that.
income homecoming.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like how we would do homecoming.
I'm not saying it's for
week.
poor people. I'm just
Like,
saying.
what do you
it's-
expect, though? It's a high school dance.
I know.
Like,
Well, when we were in high school, it was like dances. Whoa, that's so cool. Like once I was in student body, I went to every one.
I guess. I mean,
Girls
Right.
dancing on me? What?
Whoa! I remember
Twerk.
once.
Twerk for me.
I remember once. I think it was at senior homecoming. A song came on, and I went and found Jeremy, and me and him twerked on each
Whoa.
other.
Wow.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember that?
I
Scandalous.
remember
I think
it was
there was a
Don't
whole
Trust
bunch
That
of
Dun-dun came on.
Yeah.
And
Is there
I,
a VOD for this?
we both I wish. We both yelled at each other like we saw each other, and Jeremy was like, "Hey, Ryan!"
Senior reunion
Yeah.
prom.
Yeah, let's have another senior prom. Let's make our proms
when
better.
is senior reunion? High school reunion?
Who knows?
10 years.
10 years. So
Yeah,
that'd
all
be-
these people were getting so mad about like, oh, why don't we do a 5-year reunion? And
Like,
it's
why would I want to see you guys in 5
exactly?
years?
We haven't
Do
changed
10
that
years.
much in 5 years.
Do
Yeah,
10
do
years.
10 years. You can bring your kids.
Those of us that have kids. in 10
Yeah,
years.
like, well, that's what I'm saying. Is after 5 years, like, you're still a lot of people we went to high school with are still in school. They're still in
So that'd be
college.
2024.
2024. Yeah,
I'd be 27 at that point.
yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
28.
Dang.
We'd
I
both
did-
be.
Yeah, me and Luis would be 28. Well, Danny would be too. Well, actually, it depends.
Depends when the reunion is.
Yeah, because they set it up kind of weird. I think most reunions, like my mom had one of her reunions last year, and it was during the summer, but it was mostly led by the whole class. It wasn't led by the school. It's weird because it's like you have to pay to go to your reunion, and then the money from that reunion goes towards setting up the next one in 10 years. Because it's like 10, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50. I think is
Jeez,
how it
I don't want to
goes.
see anybody in 50
Like,
years.
yeah.
My mom just went to her 40th.
I don't think anyone's
I'd
gonna be
rather
living
just
after
dead
50.
at 50 years.
You just fake your death so nobody asks to talk to you
Oh,
anymore.
dude, I will.
Are you guys going to go to the 10-year one?
I think I have to
Do you?
since I'm a part of student body.
You have to?
Yeah.
If not, the
I
cops
don't
show
see
up
why.
and they arrest
Well,
you, and
'cause
they're just like,
He's the
hey,
only one there. It's like,
Well, everybody
you didn't go.
People kept telling me that I'm in charge of setting it up, but the person that's in charge, I think, is the class president.
yeah.
And I was class secretary, which was pretty much vice president. I was
It's a
second in line.
requirement?
Well, I don't think it's a requirement, but it's like I was in student body. Like if I didn't go, that's kind of dumb. You
I
know
don't
what
think it's,
mean?
well, it's just me, I don't know.
I would
Caitlin
still
makes the
go.
party.
Yeah, I would still go. I'd like people, like, I still get happy when people recognize me that I don't think would. Like, there's been a couple times where we'll go out drinking and we'll see old friends from high school.
I mean, that's always nice, but
Well, it's nice. Like, you're not going to sit there and go, like, oh, let me buy you a beer. It's just like, oh, cool. You remember my existence.
cool, it's
Because we were
you.
friends for 2 months.
No, I
We
see
learned together.
old classmates like sporadically. I remember after graduation, I saw one of our classmates who was like really popular, and I saw him all the time, everywhere. Like,
like,
at
quit
Home
following
Depot,
me.
while it was like legit, and we'd point each other out and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
again, I saw you."
Yeah, I saw you a week ago.
Like,
What do you want to talk about this time? That
No,
happened
we didn't
to-
talk. We just acknowledged each
What's
other.
new this week?
That happened to me one time. So this one kid came up to me. I think it was within a year, and I was grocery shopping with my mom at Walmart, and I'm holding a bag of dog food, and he's like, "What are you up to, man?" I'm like, "Oh, getting dog food. I gotta go feed my dog. Bye." I was like, "I don't want to talk to you. We weren't really."
What brings
friends."
you to Walmart?
Yeah, right.
Are you buying stuff? No way.
Yeah,
You
no,
shop here
I'm-
too.
Yeah, like in that sense, I'm happy that high school's over because we don't have to like interact with that many people anymore.
Yeah, I
And-
mean, like right after high school, it was just kind of just us. We had another friend that we hung out with a lot, but he just went off to college and never came back.
Yeah, we lost him.
We lost him, but
He
I
got lost
but
in
we-
the forest.
I went
we
to
hung
college
out
when I
with-
came back.
we hung out with him.
Oh
quite
yeah,
a
the
bit.
post. Well, during senior year, we would just hang out at this specific friend's house. I mean, we still talk to him.
Yeah, we
but
go
we had
play
a
games.
yeah. We had
which
a
was always fun.
Yeah.
And then I remember when one of our friends went off to college, we had like he introduced us to girls or like he was trying to set something up.
He did, yeah. He
That was just-
he knew these girls who went to he had classes with them basically.
Yeah. I don't remember the whole entire story. I just remember my part, and it was just so weird.
Your part in it was so.
It was kind of messed up. Wasn't
I,
it?
pretty
I remember
fucked
your
up.
part
It
pretty
was
well,
really
too.
messed up, wasn't it?
I didn't have a part in this. I was there though.
When was this?
Freshman year of college.
No, it was their sophomore.
Sophomore?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because it was when they transferred.
Oh, I was in Utah.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you moved
yeah,
away,
did
didn't
move.
you?
Yeah.
For a little bit, and
Well,
then you
because
came back.
it was because my dad he had an opportunity over there, so we all moved over there.
I was so excited when you moved back. I was like,
Bro,
yes.
I was even more excited coming back because I was like, God, I haven't seen
Yeah,
everybody. In
I was
a
really
long
excited
time.
because
How long were you gone for?
a few years, I want to say. Well, hold on.
Well, you were.
I didn't think it was that long.
You were off at college.
I
for
lived
like
in Utah for 2 years, but I was away from here for like a few years.
Yeah, because you went to college for a year.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
And
did.
then you were back
You're right.
here for maybe
You're right.
like 2 months, and then you moved to Utah, right?
Yeah.
That is right now. What
Yeah.
were you gonna say?
I remember that. I was so excited for Luis to come back because it was right before our 21st birthdays. Because Luis's birthday is the day before mine. And for some reason, we didn't try and come up with something for us both to go out for our 21st birthdays.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I
You didn't
went to-
even go out, didn't you?
I went to Dave and Buster's because the Cowboys were playing.
Right.
Oh, was that the? I got invited to that, didn't I? You went to Dave. I remember going to Dave and Buster's with
Yeah.
you for a
But
birthday.
your birthday
And
was
you-
on a Sunday.
I remember going
Yeah,
to
it was
Dave and
not-
Buster's with both of you. I think I
Oh,
think it
yeah.
was somewhere.
It was a little bit
Yeah, it
after
was-
our birthdays.
yeah, it was on a
we finally
Sunday.
met up.
Yeah,
I was
remember
missing.
going with you
Yeah,
guys.
my birthday was on a Monday, and I went downtown, and there was nobody there. It was really awkward, but I had like 15 shots that night. I was pretty. It was pretty fun. It was a good 21st birthday.
But then that coming weekend, we got trashed.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'd say after that, we've gotten better at hanging out more regularly. Like all of us and our other friends.
Yeah, because I remember for a time I didn't really talk to you guys because I was just working and I just muted the group chat. Yeah,
Honestly,
I had other stuff to do.
I think
but
all
now
of
I'm
us
like,
went through a phase where we muted the group chat.
yeah.
I've thought
and then
about it
after
so
a
many
while, I'm
times.
just like, I miss these guys. I like hanging out with these guys. It's always fun when we hang out. So why not? like I don't have like guaranteed a whole bunch of time. So
Yeah, I'd say over the last
True
2
that.
years we've become better friends and done a lot more stuff together.
yeah, like I remember my 21st birthday, which was freaking funny. Like, because I went to California for like a tiny vacation like a few days before, and then like I came back on my birthday, and then you guys took me out to go drink.
That was
Yeah, it
so
was
much
yeah,
fun.
just
And
me and
then-
Luis.
Yeah, and
No, Joel
then
was with us too.
Was Joel with us?
Yeah.
Oh, because I remember it was really spur of the moment. Because we were
'Cause
like,
I
no,
know-
it's your 21st birthday, let's go.
Because I know it was towards the end of the night, Jeremy didn't want to drink anymore.
Because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
getting-
And
it
he
was
bought
hitting
that
me.
big old, was it trash can? I
Or
think it was a
something.
trash
I don't
can.
remember,
He
but I
tried
remember how-
drinking a trash can. He got like halfway through it. I finished it, and then I think he had a lemon drop to end the night.
No, I thought Jeremy finished it.
No,
I
Jeremy.
don't remember.
Did he? Did you finish?
I remember having a couple Purple Vikings, one of those like apple things, Boston apples, and some lemon drops and stuff
Oh
like that.
yeah,
And
a
then-
Washington apple. That's what
Washington
it was.
apple,
Those are
something
good.
I
like
think
that.
there was like half of it left, and you chugged the rest of it, and then the whole way home,
No,
you were driving.
Look, because before we even got to the car, I went and I was like, "All right, you know what, guys? I'm just gonna run to the car." Like after eating pizza,
Yeah.
after drinking a lot and eating pizza, I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna sprint to the car." And the car was like a good couple blocks, or a block or two, or something like that.
It was a good 10-minute walk.
Yeah,
from
and I
downtown.
sprinted it. And well, like once I got there, I'm like, "All right, let's go, guys." And then in the car, I'm like, "Oh god!" I was just closing my eyes.
Yeah,
like,
we-
just floor it, guys. I
We had to
go home.
stop at a Walmart to get you a bag, and you started yelling at us because you just wanted to get home.
He's like, just get me
Was that-
home, just get me home. I'm like,
Yeah,
you ain't
you were-
hurling
you
in
were
my
mad
car.
at
Blacked
us.
out then.
Yeah,
But I got home and I threw up all that pizza like on my grass on my lawn, and then you guys are like, "Are you okay, Jeremy?" I'm like, "I'm good, dude. Just go." And then like the moment I walked in, my mom's like, "You've been drinking, haven't you?" And she's like really against drinking. I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like,
You
I'm
turned-
Was he
good.
has barf on his
And
chin?
she was really mad.
You turned 21 once, so I mean,
No, but
I understand your parents, but
Yeah, I get it from your family background, but
But even then, it was like my mom was yelling at me, and then she told my dad, "Hey, go talk to your son," because she was pissed. And then my dad's
Your
like,
son, not mine.
"Yeah."
oh,
And my dad's like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, is anything wrong?" And he's like, "No, I'm good. I'm just sick." And he's like, he knew, but he was like, "All right." And he
well,
just he went
see,
back
that's how
to his room.
my mom was because I did a little bit of underage drinking. I'll say that, but there's been times where I would come home and my mom would be awake, like getting a glass of water or something, and I come stumbling in the door. It's just like, "Hey, Ellen, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm gonna go to bed." And I almost like fall into my door because the door that I had at that house, it wouldn't latch right. So if I left it kind of open, I could just like run into my door and just like dive onto my bed, which is what I tried to do. But the door, I actually shut it that time and it was latched. So when I went to go to the door, I just like ran into it instead of going into my room. I'm just like,
Just imagine your mom just in the kitchen, all she hears, boom, and that's it.
yeah.
No. But those stories, I remember it, like, once we started getting to that age of, like, 21, because I was, like, one of the youngest. I was, like, the second youngest in our group. Like, once it became my birthday and then, like, the next person after mine's birthday, we usually just hang out at, in downtown, just going bar hopping, which, I mean, as much as I don't drink that much, I'm usually the DD. Like, it's still always fun to hang out with you guys.
Oh, for sure.
And just, like, drunk you guys. Like, you guys drunk is just so much fun. Like being the parent. Oh, man, it was so fun, dude. I remember freaking Luis hitting on me quite a bit.
He hit on you?
Yeah.
When was this?
You were drunk.
He
No,
was
I wouldn't say hit on me, but he would go up and be like, Jeremy, if I was a girl or if you were a girl, like, I would date you. And I'm like, thanks, dude.
What? I don't remember.
I think I remember one occasion, but I don't.
Yeah.
My favorite memories of like going out drinking is when we go to concerts. Like I don't think I've gone to a concert with Jeremy yet.
No,
But
give it time.
yeah,
Give it 3
Well,
months.
I've been to a couple. I've been to a couple with Luis. Me and Luis go to screamo shows a lot, and I'll get trashed, and he'll just take care of me.
I just make sure he doesn't fucking hurt himself.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the one time I did hurt myself at a concert, he wasn't there.
Oh, man.
Because I was too drunk to hold myself up.
Dad, where are you?
Yeah.
Which concert was it?
I went and saw Fall Out Boy a couple months ago, and we had seats too. Is what's really stupid. We were on the floor and had seats. It was like I think they had 7 songs left in their set, so it was pretty deep into it. And at the arena that we had, they served pretty tall beers. Like it was bigger than a 24. It'd have to be like a 32 ounce. And so my sister kept leaving to go get beer, but every time she went to go get one, I would be like, hey, like joking around, you should buy me one. And then, lo and behold, I have another beer in my hand within 5 minutes. And so I'm sitting there chugging it, I'm singing Fall Out Boy, I'm having so much fun. And then all of a sudden, I hear a pop, and I just start sinking to the left. I'm just falling to the ground. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm on the ground, and I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything because like I was behind all these people, so it was really dark. My other sister, she was sober. She was like, why are you on the ground? Get up. And I lift up my left leg and I dislocated my knee. Oh. So my knee was like all the way over to the right with the bottom part of my leg going to the left. And it was popped out of place and like security was starting to come. So my sister was like, you need to get up. And so, like, really quickly, I just forced myself to pop my knee back into place. Because I was so drunk that it didn't really hurt that bad. Like, putting it back. I didn't even, like, hold it. I just moved my leg, and it just went right back into place. And, then I got up just in time, and security wasn't mad at me or anything. I just told them, I'm like, I'm fine, I'm gonna sit down, but then I didn't.
No knee popping allowed.
I'm not allowed to break myself at concerts anymore. I won't even let myself mosh anymore. Like, Danny and I, we went to Utah to go see a show last year, and there was a part where I think it was we were seeing Don Broco. It was during their set. They wanted everybody to get down, like squat down, so then when the drop happened, you could get up and start bouncing and stuff. I remember like trying to get down so bad because it was my first concert that I went to since then. And it's one of my favorite bands, so I'm like, I'm gonna go all out. I got to, and I'm like trying to get down, and I'm only like halfway squat.
And did they call you out? They're like, you're not down enough.
Dude, if they had called me out and told me that I'm not a big enough fan, I would have cried. I would have been like, I just found you guys. I love you. I traveled to see you. It was a fun show though. Like I remember trying to hop. It was bad. It hurt. But me and Danny had a good time at that one. But the only thing, though, is that since we were in Salt Lake, we couldn't drink.
Yeah.
And it was like, we'll call an Uber, you know, like, so we can get home safe. Like, they said it's an all-ages show. If you want to drink, you have to go stand up on the balcony.
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
You couldn't take drinks out of the room.
Yeah, you couldn't bring them down to the floor. It was
Yeah.
it was dumb, but it was kind of nice to experience a show sober for once. For how dumb it sounds. Well, not that it sounds dumb, but it's like, well, you could do that at any show. It's like, well, I chose to drink at this one, so
No.
Joke's on you.
I mean, I actually haven't been to many concerts other than like big Christian concerts. But I'm excited.
Was it like
for
a huge gospel thing? Like everybody's like
Like
a
God
massive
Country.
choir?
like, yeah, like everybody in the crowd has their hands up and they're just feeling.
Someone shredding on the
Right
organ.
at the end, yeah.
Like right at the end. I think
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh."
Connected.
Everybody, the lights are shining on you guys. You're like, oh yes, I can feel it.
Feel it inside me.
No, but those are the only concerts I've been to. But I'm excited to go for in May.
Yeah.
Probably go see
I feel-
Don Broco, that your favorite band.
Yeah. Mine and Danny's favorite band.
Yeah, both of you guys' favorite band. Because I like legit. One, I haven't like been outside like Idaho that much.
Besides when you went to California.
Besides when I go to California.
But that's like your second home, so it's not like a big
Yeah, it's
deal.
not a big deal. But like legit, that was my goal for 2019. I'm like, I'm definitely gonna go outside of Idaho, and where I'm gonna hang out with my friends more. I'm gonna do more stuff. I'm gonna travel. I'm gonna take a whole bunch of pictures. Just like live, just have a whole bunch of stories. So I'm excited for that.
I'm really excited too. I haven't been to Portland in 6 years, so we're gonna have a rad time.
We'll have to go on some adventures and explore the town.
Yeah,
that too.
Last time I went there, I went to go see Newfound Glory when the summer before my senior year. I remember originally that was supposed to be my senior project, was that I was going to record it and make like a mini documentary about it. But
Dude, that would have been sweet.
it would have been, but
This is me twisting my ankle.
we realized though, and I got a lot of footage at the concert, but like halfway through the trip, because my sister was my mentor on the project, so me and her were talking about it, and we're just like, this footage, it's not going to really make for an interesting documentary.
Just you sitting in the car.
Pretty much, just
Guys,
that,
look
and then
at
all
you.
of a sudden, yeah, and then all of a sudden I'm at a concert, and it's like, I'm 17 years old in Portland. Like, what am I going to do? I went to a bookstore.
So what'd your senior project end up being?
I ended up doing a Draw My Life.
Oh, man.
I remember those were
That'd be
popular,
good.
weren't they?
Yeah, they were very popular at the time. And
I remember this being on YouTube, and then you privated it,
I
right?
did private it because
Could you send
every
it to
time,
I want you to send it to me.
No, I have it privated. I can show you, but
Yeah,
I'm
please-
not going
yeah,
to send
please-
it to you.
Please show me it.
I will
wanna
show it
see
to you at some point. Maybe
Send me a
we'll watch
copy.
it. No, but every time after I released it for like almost 2 years after that, you guys would start playing it randomly when we would hang out.
We would.
It was mostly Danny because it's like it starts out and like I sounded so awkward because I recorded the drawing because like the way it works is that you draw everything out first, you edit the drawing, and then you do the voiceover after. So it didn't sound very genuine. You could tell I was reading from a script. So I'm
That's
just
pretty
like,
funny.
hi, my name is Halen Sites, and this is my life. And everything I'm drawing is like in stick figures. It looks really bad. But
That was a great video.
yeah, you guys liked it way too much, and it was more like you would make fun of me about it just because of how I sounded.
It was.
No, I remember my senior project. Like, we're just going to talk about senior projects. I remember mine was about, I think, fear and what it does to the human body. Like, I went to a therapist and I talked to him about it. I borrowed his book and I still have it. I haven't given it back to him.
Call him up.
Like, I did at one point, like, a year after my senior project. I'm like, hey, I still have your book. And he's like, who is this?
Are you gonna piss me? That's not my book.
You can't just go to a therapist and return it like a library book.
No.
You should call him up
You
again.
should have sent it in the mail with a ransom note.
No.
I have your book.
But
Do you
and
remember me now?
that- I figured out a lot of stuff. What was that?
Oh, no, you're fine. Go ahead.
No, like I figured out a lot of stuff about fear and stuff like that. But it got me interested in like psychology and what makes people like tick, and why do people think a certain way?
Yeah, now I wish I did like a real project because I kind of took the easy way out, having my sister be my mentor. So pretty much I did everything at home.
Now you're just like, oh, I can talk about a bunch of subjects. I have a camera and stuff like that. A senior project now would be no problem for us.
Oh, for sure.
But like back when we were seniors, like, what are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna talk about that makes us seem interesting?
It would have been cooler too if you could do it in groups or as partners, because I always work better in a group. Like I remember in 8th grade, Danny and we did a project for our gifted and talented class because we had this thing called National History Day, and it was, what was it? It was like innovators or something.
No, it was on a person or group that left a legacy in the world,
right,
and changed it for the better.
And I remember that because I was super excited about it because it was finally I could put my music knowledge to the test, or actually use it for once. And so I was like, okay, I want to do my project on the Beatles. And originally I was going to do it by myself, but then Danny and another friend in our class were also interested in doing it. And I remember we went through some rough times for a little bit with it because I was starting to play tennis at the time for the school. So I had practices after school and we couldn't meet up to work on it. So pretty much it was only Danny and our friend doing everything. Like I gave them my notes and said like, oh, here's all the information you need. And then they like did all the hard work, like making the poster boards and stuff like that. But it was a lot of fun, and we ended up having a good project for it.
That was good.
No, but you speaking about projects reminded me of one project I had, a group project in economics. Like, that class, I'm going to tell you right now, like, I don't do homework. Like, I'm really lazy. Like, depending on what it is, like, I usually just don't do homework, and I didn't do any homework in economics. But, like, toward the end of the semester, like, we had to have an economic summit, which was like groups of people talking about like clean energy for one specific country. Like, you get a random country assigned to you, and then you had to talk about like energy conservation and stuff like that. But that you talking about group projects, I remembered like me and my group of friends and my group of classmates, I would say, kind of like BS'd most of it. Like we had Saudi Arabia, and like we're just gonna have.
You had so much you could have talked about with that.
No, like, I know. But we were just stupid seniors and stuff
You guys
like
didn't
that.
want to do homework?
No, stupid juniors at that.
I don't want to do research on Saudi Arabia.
No, but we're stupid. We're like, instead of wind turbines, we have sand turbines. Like something that's like high grade metal that won't stuff like that. However, you make fun of it, and it was stupid. However, once we went to the economic summit, because it was in like the college, like college level, a whole bunch of different schools showing up.
I went to that too.
Yeah, I don't remember you there. Maybe it was like a different one, but
might have been. I don't know. I went to the summit too.
There's a summit, but
I've been to the summit.
Everest.
Yeah.
But I went there with my group of my group, and you were supposed to like debate other people from other schools about why your project and like your idea was the best.
Oh,
and
so it was war.
Yeah, pretty much.
My country's better than your country.
Yeah.
Basically, you had to trade your resources and stuff.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, this is going to suck because we kind of just, like, we didn't put much effort into it. But, however, people liked us for some reason. Like, a lot of people. And somehow, we won all the debates and won the school, like, $250, $200. We won. We legit won. My
After
group
BSing.
Project. We won, and I still failed that class, and I had to go to summer school because of it. Like I was mad because I was like, could you raise it to at least a D so I could just skim by? Because I won money for the school.
You made them money.
I made you guys money, but you still failed me.
The sand turbines weren't enough.
No, they weren't. No, but.
Bet if it was $1,000, they would have bumped it up.
Yeah,
I just remembered something from being like on the outside looking in, because there were 2 different English teachers for freshman year. And I remember me and Danny had one, and I think you guys had the other. And you guys had this huge, like, month-long thing when you guys were reading Ender's Game.
Yeah,
right.
Wars.
Oh, yeah. I remember because it was such a big deal for the freshmen to do that had that teacher. Yeah. And me and Danny were like, why don't we get to do this? Why are we reading Romeo and Juliet?
Like Water for Chocolate.
Oh, that was sophomore year.
That book should have not been allowed.
Yeah.
The book was good.
It was a good book, but it got rid of almost all of our English teachers by the time we were
Sexual Awakening.
Yeah, for the girls.
Yeah, that was a huge deal.
It's like, oh my God,
in our school district.
I want to have sex on a horse.
Well, let's have sex and have it be so passionate that our house burns down and we die.
Dude,
they're like, do you smell arson?
You reminded me of freaking that class. I had a major crush on one girl that was in that class. Like, she was in my table group.
Ooh.
And this was like freshman year, so I wasn't good
table
with girls.
group.
Ooh.
And that was just extremely awkward because I didn't have the cojones to freaking like ask her out. Like, yeah, I didn't ask her out like myself. Like, I had somebody like by proxy just be like, hey. Well, I stood in the back and I was like
hiding in the corner, just.
And she's like, I was like, oh, okay.
So, hey,
but this is the middle of the semester, so I'm still gonna have to see you.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Man. I had a crush on the girl in my summit. I think she was a grade above me. She was a senior, and I don't know where I was going with it, but it was like a similar story.
Where you were just like, oh yeah, I like you. No.
Yeah.
Oh, we still have like a lot of class still together.
Oh no, it was just the summit we had because she was a senior, but I was too scared to talk to her because I thought she was so much cooler. I was like, I'm not a senior.
This is gonna sound kind of trashy. I just remembered this too. Speaking of crushes, when I was a sophomore, I was in a relationship for most of my sophomore year, but I became friends with someone. And I ended up liking her. So, like, a week after I broke up with my girlfriend, it might not have even been a week, I asked her out through text.
Oh.
And I remember, that's as bad as what Jeremy did. Yeah. And I remember, because I was asking her friend, I was like, oh, do you think she likes me? And she told me no. And she was like, no, she doesn't like you. But you should still ask her anyway. I'm like, what the hell? What does that mean? And I was, like, still heat of the moment. And I was, like, all adrenaline. I was like, okay, let's do this. I asked her out, and she was like, no, let's stay friends. And I'm like, okay. And we stay friends to this day.
That's a big oof.
Yeah, it happens.
No, but I think we've been running for a pretty long time.
Yeah, I just realized it's been
Have
an
we?
hour.
Yeah.
It has.
Wow.
It's been almost an hour. But
time flies when you're talking.
Yeah. But this was
reminiscing.
we can go more into it on another episode.
I think this is a good. This
is a good like
early part 2.
Yeah, this is a good early childhood. Like school, how we all met.
Friends.
Why we're all friends.
Yeah, we didn't have friends in elementary school. We just gravitated towards each other in high school.
Dude, I was bullied.
I was
in
the only
elementary
one that
school.
never met you guys in
bullied?
elementary.
I was never bullied.
Yeah, I had kids throw pencils at me in elementary school.
Did you have kids throw apple at you? Like,
no, but
that was middle school. Like, we should have been better people by then. But
this kid didn't like me, and he would always throw shit at me in class.
Were you taller than him?
I started crying once.
Were you taller than him?
I don't know. I was pretty short back then. I got taller in high school. I was a late bloomer.
Truth.
No, but yeah, I think this episode's been pretty good. Just talking about how we all meet each other. And
catch us next week when we talk about our favorite pizza toppings.
Oh yeah,
we just have one long podcast episode about.
We're going to talk about our favorite pizza toppings with our special guest Papa John.
This is why chicken is better than pepperoni.
Yeah. And we'll talk to him about his past issues.
Oh yeah, Papa John, bring him in.
No, but with that, that's the end for this week. We'll catch you next week.
Bye.